Today is Tuesday, April the 18th. This is Rules, Confirmations, and Public Elections. We're going to start with elections and confirmations first. And so the very first person we have on our agenda is the Community Oversight Board appointment of Miss Mary Beard for a term expiring on January 31st, 2026. Miss Beard, are you here?
I am.
Okay. Would you mind sliding your chair up just a little bit? Very good. We got it all covered.
Okay, thank you.
So we can talk to you a little bit. Welcome. Thank you for being willing to serve. Are you a Davidson County resident?
I am.
All right, and are you currently serving on any other boards or commissions?
No.
Okay, very good. So tell us a little bit more about why you'd like to serve on the Community Oversight Board.
Well, it's I think that I can bring a lot of value to it. One, the diversity aspect. I am an attorney, labor and employment attorney, and I've worked for 2 Fortune 500 companies here in the state of Tennessee. And I have advised HR, management, executives about diversity, equity, and inclusion for a couple of decades now, and a little bit over that. I also, while I was in private practice, I represented the police department in Memphis, Tennessee. I assisted them with a number of issues, from employment to contracts to issues dealing with the police officers. I handled one case that was a case in which it was for a number of years about police misconduct. There was multiple defendants. It wasn't a class action, but it was at least 100 plaintiffs in those cases. And so I do believe that I had the insight from a lawyer standpoint about policy rules. I believe that allegations are allegations until we find out differently through a fair and impartial investigation. So I do believe that my work, previous work, and the work that I do now would be beneficial to the board.
Very good. I looked at your resume. It was very impressive. So what kinds of questions do we have from the committee?
I don't have any questions.
Do you have any thoughts to share with us on what's happening with the state in regard to oversight boards?
I don't have anything particular, but I've been in situations, as you know, as a lawyer, that are contentious, that we have rules that are being made, thinking about, what changes should be made, but I'm here to serve. So whatever changes or non-changes, I'm here to assist the citizens of Davidson County any way I can.
Very good. Any other questions? All right. Move for approval.
So moved.
Second.
All right. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Very good. Thank you. We will see you next door. Next on our list is Mr. William Farmer. Is he here?
Can we push him to the tail of this
Yes,
list?
absolutely.
Thank you.
How about Mr. Diego? Tell me your last name so I do not.
Eguiarte.
Oh, I was
Ooh,
gonna.
beautiful. Can you say that one more
No,
time?
no.
Take it out.
Here's the trick. Egg-E-Art-A.
Wow.
There you go.
All right, awesome. Thank you
But
for
it sounded
teaching
better
me.
when you said it.
It did.
It sounds way, way
You need more
better.
practice, I think.
I've practiced for 36 years and counting, yes.
So this is your appointment to the Fair Commissioners Board for a term expiring on March 30th, 2028. And are you a Davidson County resident?
I am.
And are you currently serving on any other boards or commissions?
Not Metro ones, no.
And this is a reappointment, correct?
It is not.
Oh, it's
no.
not, it's a new appointment. Okay, awesome. Well, tell us a little bit more about why you'd like to be on the Fair Board.
So 2 main reasons. One, as a member of the Latino community, of the Latino business community, of course, it's the crown of, the jewel of the crown in our corridor, well, not only ours, but we're a prominent community there. It's very important to represent our community's point of view and everything that is happening there. It's been very exciting. It will continue to be exciting. It's our Latino downtown, if you will. So having the fairgrounds, I think, will continue to play a huge role for our communities to thrive. And I want to bring Latino businesses opportunities around that area. On the operational side, the not so exciting part of the fairgrounds, as a lot of you know, I just served the administration a few months ago. I am very well aware of operational challenges and opportunities within Metro, fairgrounds in particular as well. I've helped the municipal auditorium, I've helped farmers market, those type of enterprise funds with some of their operational challenges. I think I can be very helpful.
Okay. And what's your favorite aspect of the Fair property?
The fact that it's not downtown.
Oh.
I love that part. I like the mix. I like the mix of activities that are happening around that. Right. I think that there's very few of the city's assets that are going to bring different sports, different cultures, different cultural events. You can preserve a lot of the old Tennessee, old Nashville feel and combine it with new Nashville exciting things. So I think it's a very particular asset.
All right, very good. Any questions?
I see Councilmember Withers is in the room. Did you want to? Okay.
Oh, would you like to be recognized?
Yes.
All right.
I was just coming to speak in support of Diego's appointment. He's been working in the community for some time now and has been an integral part of it. And we've been able to see how invested he is in our community. And so I particularly am very excited to see all of the work that he can do if we appoint him. Mario served us very well, and we're very thankful for his service, and we're also thankful that Diego's willing to step up.
Very good. Thank you for your feedback. I look at Councilwoman Porterfield in the back. Would like to be recognized.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to ditto what Councilwoman Sepulveda said and that I was here in support.
All right, very good. All right, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, approved. We'll see you in the next room. Thank you.
Pleasure to serve.
All right, how about Mr. David Price?
Yes. Good evening.
This is the Historic Zoning Commission reappointment of Mr. David Price for a term expiring on April 1st, 2028.
Correct.
Are you Davidson County resident?
I am.
And are you currently serving on any other boards or commissions that we are not aware of?
No.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about why you'd like to reserve again on the Historic Zoning Commission.
Right. I am a 20-year resident of Nashville and East Nashville in particular, in the historic Lockland Springs neighborhood. I appreciate the ability to serve Nashville and the Historic Zoning Commission because I believe in historic preservation and the sense of place that it protects in our historic neighborhoods in Nashville. I also work in my professional life. I'm a historic preservation planner and work for an environmental consulting firm doing historic resource surveys and archaeological surveys around Nashville and all across Tennessee and the Southeast. So I have both my volunteer passion is historic preservation. I do it professionally too. I can bring a lot of knowledge of the underpinning of the legal underpinnings and history of what we're doing as preservationists to the zoning commission, which I feel like contributes a good perspective to the work and the mission that we do there. And I can't say enough about the staff of the Historical Commission and the Historic Zoning Commission. We have a really good rapport, and the commission over the last 5 years since I've been there has been a very engaging and positive place to be and place to serve the city.
And what's the biggest challenge you think Nashville has when it comes to historic preservation?
In our zoning districts, it's the pressure to build as much housing as possible, which I understand Nashville has a housing shortage and we need new housing, but the balance of preserving our historic neighborhoods, overall scale and the massing of new development against what the overwhelming demand for new housing there's frequent tension there. But I feel like the commission and the staff do a pretty good job of finding compromise and middle ground to keep the city moving forward, while respecting the historic places that make us unique.
Mm-hmm. All right, very good. How about questions?
So instead of historic places in general, what about historic places in particular, like the Nashville 9? How do you feel about that list?
I love it. In fact, I was served on the board of Historic Nashville when the Nashville 9 was first created, and I oversaw the very first one, and for a few years led that effort of putting together, assembling the Nashville 9, and bringing community members together and professionals who keep tabs on our historic places. So I'm really glad to see that it has continued since I haven't been on the board of H&I for years now, but I'm glad to see that it's still going forward.
Nice, thank you.
All right, how about any other questions? All right, do I have a motion? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you very much.
Maybe bump it to the heel of the whole thing.
Yes, we will. We'll come
It's the
back.
mayor's fault.
We'll come back to Mr. Farmer, and we're gonna skip to late items. Since we have some late item people present. We'll go ahead and go to late filed amendment number 1 to BL 2023-1741. O'Connell authorizes Metropolitan Government's execution and delivery of an intergovernmental project agreement with the Sports Authority relating to the development and funding of a new enclosed stadium. Would you like to tell us why your amendment is late?
Yes, both of these amendments are late, actually, and I'll let Ms. Darby correct anything that I say going forward, but I had asked for these in a timely manner to effectively respond to an amendment that Councilmember Gamble had filed, and the response I got was that because that amendment was not yet public, we couldn't timely file either this one or what I would consider a companion. It's kind of two alternates. I doubt I'll offer both, but I'd like to have them both available on the floor for consideration, for discussion. And so the late file nature of these is basically because it's sort of an effort to amend an amendment. And as a result, I'm here at Rules.
Okay, and also, so your explanation is also related to late filed amendment number 2.
Both
Okay.
of these are timing because of their seeking to amend an amendment that was not published before Monday.
Okay, all right. Any objection about either of these amendments?
No.
All right, no objection here. Thank you for coming. All right, we will backtrack and go to late filed resolution, Archer and Young. This enables the Metropolitan government to accept third-party inspection subject to adoption and enactment of state law in Title 68, Chapter 120. Councilman Butcher.
Thank you so much, Chair. So, the emergency filing as it relates to this, there are some moving pieces at the state. And, we have a department that's in dire need, for, this body to put them in a position, so that they can deliver the services that they provide for the community. So in essence, if state law passes, then this will go into effect. If it don't pass, then the resolution, is essentially null and void.
Okay, any questions for Councilwoman Butcher? Any objections? All right, you're cleared for this committee. And then we do not have Councilmember Druffel, so we will come back to him.
We may have to defer it.
Oh, Mr. Price.
If we could wait
Go Farmer.
in the agenda on Mr. Farmer, receive it, otherwise we'll ask for deferral.
Okay.
We'll give it a little more time.
We'll go back to catch our resolutions. And I put all of our resolutions on consent. I can read them, and then if you have ones you want to pull off, then I'm happy to do that. First resolution is RS 2023-2101 by Murphy, Rosenberg, and Evans. This sets the date and time for the 2023 State of Metro Address. Item number 2, RS 2023-2121, Murphy, O'Connell, Welsh, and others, requests that the Metro Employee Benefit Board reevaluate its decision to offer a group Medicare Advantage plan to Metropolitan government pensioners as their only option. Item number 3, which is number 2122 by Hurt, recognizes Tamia Potter as Vanderbilt University's first African-American neurosurgery resident. Item number 4, RS 2023-2123 by Pulley, thanks the first responders to the Covenant school shooting on March 27, 2023. Next is RS 2023-2124 by Porterfield, honors Metro Nashville Public Schools response to the Covenant school shooting on March 27, 2023, including the bus drivers who assisted with reunification efforts. Item number 6, RS 2023-2125 by Toombs, recognizes Northwest YMCA's 50th anniversary celebration. We do have a letter to approve. We have RS 2023-2126 by Hauser, Allen, Hancock, and others, recognizes the month of April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Nashville and Davidson County. Then we have RS 2023-2127 by Allen, Murphy, Hancock, and others, recognizes April 15th through the 22nd as International Dark Sky Week. Does anybody need any of those to come off? All right.
Chair, are you signing on to the others where the sponsors aren't present?
Yeah, I'm going to sign on to all the other ones where the sponsors are not present. All right, do I have a motion? All right, it's been moved. Seconded?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, aye. So now we've got a late filed resolution by Druffel. Oh, look at that. It worked out perfectly. I just said your name out loud. You walked in. All right. So the late item by Druffel is approves a grant contract for the provision of health services in encampment-based settings and rapid rehousing locations. Councilmember Druffel.
Yeah, Mr. Jamison, I think you have some of the background, but we have talked to April
Director of Homeless Impact, and said this is a grant that we had used before. It's been serving, I think it's about 340 to 350, and it continues to serve that much in the homeless community, and it'll serve about 260. It's winding down, but it'll continue to serve a pretty good population so far.
And is there a reason why this has been late filed?
I don't know. I just became aware of it, but I think it's to execute some of the money so that they can continue to.
Okay.
There's a letter that accompanied the legislation that's in the amendments packet that I think
okay.
explains. Let's see, this is the vital, do you have it ready? The vital medical services essential for assisting people with urgent medical needs while residing in interim housing options. The contract was delayed due to last minute budget and legal revisions, and they're seeking late filed approval to increase medical health and overall quality of life for formerly homeless Nashville neighbors.
Okay. How about any questions for the sponsor or Ms. Darby?
So they're currently not being served, has the funding ended?
That I don't know. I was just reading the letter to you that was accompanying the legislation.
And that's the information I had
Emergency nature.
when
Okay,
I asked to sponsor it, so that's.
I understand. Does
Anybody
anybody,
else has a wordy question?
yeah, does anybody else have any questions? Any concerns about the late file nature?
No, because sometimes like grants, they can be real tricky in executing, like when one is expiring versus the other one is starting and their calendar years and so forth, so no.
All right.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we serve our homeless population as much as we can, especially if there's funding available.
It should give continuity. It has been a grant, and I think there is some, they just want to create consistency since we are going through some good modifications right now.
Yeah. Okay. Any objections? Nope. All right. You are approved. Thank you. All right, so
Do we see the
what are we thinking on Mr. Farmer? Do you think he's
Well,
gonna
I
make it?
would respectfully ask for a deferral
Okay.
at this point.
How many meetings do you wanna do? One?
Pardon me?
One meeting
meeting?
deferral?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move for a one meeting deferral on Mr. Farmer, and his appointment to the Civil Service Commission. All those in favor?
Chair, you don't make the motion,
Oh.
move for a 1 meeting deferral.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Second.
That was my audition. All right, parking passes are over here, and with that, we're adjourned.
Mr. Farmer getting caught in the conversation?